true.
White and blue running through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains. The cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground. Echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time. We march on through grit and grime. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham, till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham, till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
How you doing, guys? And welcome to THFC Two or Die, home of Tottenham past, present, and of course, the biggest nation in the world, Ireland, as we won last night, the mighty Portugal. And Ireland just pulled off the soccer equivalent of Leprechaun stealing Ronaldo's wallet, 2-0. Smackdown over Portugal. Troy Parrott bagged the double. And CR7, well, he got a red card plus, and you can say an elbow in the face. Dude looked a bit saltier than a bag of potato crisps, but if that's not the plot twist we needed, I don't know what is. But enough gloating. If Ireland can humble the goat, imagine what we can do. New here? Smash subscribe before Portugal sue us for emotional damages. Let's roll. Who's still buzzing? Drop it in the comments below if you're buzzing or not. But welcome, guys, and joining me, of course, here is a couple of legends. Of course, yeah, they support England, but I won't hold that against them. I will not hold that against them. Of course, next to me, of course, is a man that holds no reputation. His reputation goes before him as being Arsenal's longest service fan. 5 years. He's done it. He's reached the 5-year mark, and he's made it. He's my old double act from over when Arsenal play matches. It's the one and only Brenny. How you doing, Brenny?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. just to let you know, with some fans, Arsenal were reformed in December 2019, but we are almost 139 years old. But no, I'm good.
Did you get a letter from the Queen when you reached 100? You're looking well for being
No.
138, Brenny, I have to say. I'd love to
No,
know what your
because,
secret of life is.
No. I mean, I wasn't. I was too young. I was only 12 at the time when Arsenal reached 100.
All right, okay.
She was an Arsenal fan, wasn't she?
Yeah, yes, she was. Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
until I was in my 20s. So, but no, thank you for having me on. It's always good being on here. And big up to Dermot as well, as always, an absolute legend. And really pleased. I thought of you as well. You one of the first person. I thought of you, and I thought of my family in Dublin as soon as I saw that the result last night.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm still buzzing last night. And down, you what, man?
I was just saying. I think I'm guessing my Auntie Sally's probably still hungover from last night. If I know her.
Yeah. Look, we've only just beaten Portugal. We've had shit 10 years of football. We've had one result in 10 years. It's like Halley's Comet. They come and go before you know it, they're gone. Then we've got another 10 years of shit football. But if we beat Hungary on Sunday and get to a playoff, it would be the biggest escaping thing since Houdini did his escape up what he did. So, you know. And down below me, of course, this man has a reputation, the wild over. He's known in Las Vegas. He is known in Europe. He's known around the world. He is being judged the youngest Arsenal fan in a generation to go onto the pitch and score a hat-trick naked. But we don't tell anyone that. But it is my mate and your mate, Geeks. He is a really top lad. So big up, Geeks. How you doing, sir? Sorry, but I feel in a bit of a jovial mood today.
No, I mean, what an intro. I was like, after listening to Brenny's, I was like, oh my gosh, what is he going to say about me? No, very pleased to be here and talk football. I mean, the international break is like, I'm waiting to get back to club football, you know. It's just kind of like, it's sitting there doing it not as good as the stocking when you're waiting to open all the presents under the tree, you know. It's that sort of thing for me. I just now need to get back to proper football, so...
Yeah. Well, look, you don't get prizes in December. You get prizes in May.
Yes, you do.
I was actually playing EA Sports the other night, and I went into the final game. Liverpool top of the league, Arsenal second, Spurs third. We were joint. Tottenham and Arsenal joined on points. Liverpool 2 points ahead. Do you know who won the league?
I was going to say probably Liverpool, knowing EA.
Hotspur.
Give over. That is fantasy, isn't it?
But it's nice to know in the game. Yeah, it's nice to know what happens in the game actually happens in real life. That Arsenal bottled it in the last day of the season. Yeah. And we ended up doing the double as well. My first season, we won the double.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
see that, Nick?
And now in fact,
setting level.
Yeah. And then they sacked me. Now I'm managing Middlesbrough. So well, they needed a manager. Their manager went to Wolves, so I had to step in to help him.
I was going to say, you're taking over from Bedwoods. Nice one. Hey.
Yeah. Well, they rang me and said, Dermo, we need a manager. I went, okay, I'll come up. Pay me a truckload of money. Hey. Yeah, we'll pay you a Big Mac we'll pay you a Big Mac and a load of fries and chicken nuggets as a bonus. But look, enough about what I like at McDonald's. Let's get on with the international break, guys. Good wins last night for both national sides. Good win for England. A massive win for Ireland. Let's start with England first. You have qualified for the World Cup already. As I always said, Declan Rice and Jack Grealish took the easy option because you always do qualify. And so that's another tournament they're going to. But what I want to start on is Tuchel's quotes during the week about Foden and a couple of players that can't play together. Now, as England fans going into a World Cup, are you concerned by that? Or do you think it's refreshing to have an England manager that's saying, do you know what? You look at managers past, you look at De Gerrard and Lampard midfield.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah. And is it really refreshing seeing managers come in and say, do you know what? This ain't working. You're not going to play. You're not fitting my system. And I'll start with you, Geeks, then I'll go to you, Brendan.
Yeah.
All I want is a manager that picks on merit. That is it. Reputation and your club shouldn't matter. So you've got to be performing week in, week out. Yeah. And you've got to be the current best that the country has to offer. Sometimes you can, I think, if you're taking a 23-man squad, you can pick a few as your wild cards. You know they've been good, they've but all the rest of it, that's fine. I don't mind him saying that because I felt like the Gerrard Lampard conundrum never got solved, and it was really annoying because they're both good enough to sacrifice an element of their game to allow the other player to shine when it was necessary. They both had the IQ, but we couldn't get it going. I think having a manager that is saying you don't fit would, if that was me as a player, would give me the impetus to go out there and prove him wrong. It could also be clever man management as well, you know, go out there, prove me wrong, show me that you can work with these other pros. Because I think what he said was rooted in truth. You look at Foden's performances and Bellingham's performances, both of them are phenomenal talents. There's no doubt in their pedigree. But it's a bit like Foden is a bit John Barnes in an England shirt. I think if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. John Barnes for Liverpool was absolutely sensational. John Barnes for England was never the same player. Would you go with that, Brenny?
Yeah.
I think when Barnes scored that goal in 1984 against against Brazil, there was a lot of pressure on him to deliver. It was different back then with the media. They were 10 times worse than they are now. But then I find that with Barnes, he had a little cameo in the 86 World Cup. That was his only appearance against Argentina. And there were qualifying games. He looked comfortable in qualifying games, Euros, World Cup qualifiers. But when it came to the big tournaments, he just didn't get there. You know, Euro 88, he had a stinker. But then again, the whole team did, to be honest. I don't want to talk about 88 anyway, but I'm sure we'll have to talk about Euro 88. But yeah, he didn't hit the heights at international level. He just clicked. See, I didn't want to hit heights of he didn't hit the heights, but yeah, but he was a wonderful player. He had some good games for England, but he wasn't consistent. And he basically explained why in his own documentary. But you know, because he was given a lot of freedom at Liverpool, but he was instructed to just basically stay out on the wing and just put crosses in for likes of Lineker and Beardsy and whatnot. But is what it is. But yeah,
I feel like Foden's reminiscent of that. I feel like Foden in an England shirt is not the Foden in a City shirt. So that's why I was kind of bringing that correlation. And I think the manager is right to call it how it. I mean, fantastic options. Could you imagine being the opposition last night and you see Bellingham, Foden, and Eze come on as subs in the 60th century? I mean, what does that do to your morale? It's just my gosh, you know, it's like you're under the pump.
You have got a good squad. I have to say, you've got a very good squad. Yeah. But have you got a squad good enough to win a World Cup? And that's the question, like.
Yes.
Do you think you can?
Yes, I do. It's not about, for me, it's not a question of talent. It is a question of mentality and tactics. I don't doubt England have the talent. We've had the talent for the largely like since the so-called golden generation. We've had the talent. It is about the mentality and how they're set up. I think the team that wins the World Cup is not the team with the best individuals. It's the best team. It's the team that turns up and play, and that's what I think. So it'll be who turns up and plays, because you've got two stellar squads on paper in France and Spain. Brazil are not the team they were, but still need to be respected, and Argentina are not the team they were, but still need to be respected. And then there's always the the dark horses, which I would put us in the top 6 favourites, maybe.
I think Ireland's going to be there. Once we beat Hungary on Saturday, we'll win our playoffs and we're going to the USA. I'm fully confident after winning last night. If we can beat Portugal, we can beat anyone. Just quickly go on to the Ireland game. Look, absolutely. Me and Dave yesterday, we did Irish Lads Talk Spurs, and we both said we'll get a draw if we're lucky. A draw took us into give us a chance against Hungary. But I don't know where they found that performance last night. I was saying to the guys behind the thing, it's a once in a 10-year thing. I mean, we haven't had a night like that since what's his name? Shane Long. Is it Shane Long? I think it's Shane Long, the former Southampton striker, scored a goal against Germany when Martin O'Neill was manager to get to the European Championships of 2016. We haven't had a night like that since that. And last night, the whole of the Aviva was buzzing, was bouncing. You got Ronaldo, being sent off, rightly so, for elbowing your man in the back, and then going up to the Irish manager, blaming him when it had nothing to do with him. Portugal looked absolutely crap last night. I'm so pleased. I'm so buzzing. We've got Hungary on Saturday. Any win we do, we get a 1-0, we're into the playoffs.
I think the American tournament needs the Irish there because of the Irish links in America. I really do. I think it will make it more of a festival of football.
Yeah, well, we were there in '94 and we beat Italy in the first game in New York in the Giant Stadium, I think. And look, it's been 2002 since we were at a World Cup last. So, and I feel sorry. Like, I'm from a generation that's seen us qualify for World Cups and European Championships. There's a generation of Irish fans never seen us at a major tournament, never gone through that excitement of us going to a major tournament. And we've got to take care of the business on Sunday. We've got to beat Hungary, get into the playoffs, and then get through that way. But if we do, that would be the biggest escape since Houdini. It really will, because we were nowhere in this group. Nobody gave us we lost to Armenia, for Christ's sake, in Armenia. I mean, no disrespect to Armenia. Who are Armenia? They're not the world's greatest football power. That's to be fair. But yeah, I'm overjoyed last night. Absolutely couldn't believe it. And beating Portugal, who haven't lost the game all group, to beat them and get Ronaldo sent off. As I said, he was as salty as a bag of Tato crisps you can buy in the shop. If anyone's wondering why I come up with the intro, I actually wrote that this afternoon. I actually wrote that. I didn't use AI or nothing. I wrote it this afternoon. It was in my head.
Nice.
So I'm trying to be a bit funnier with my openings. Also, guys, if you notice, we've got 2 streams up on the channel. Yes, there's a new thing on StreamYard where you got to do either landscape or where's the other? Is it portrait?
Portrait. Yeah.
Yeah, and somehow you have to pick it. You have to pick both, and you have to do one in landscape and one in portrait now. So I do not understand why StreamYard are doing this, but it's going out as a double stream on the channel. So I don't understand. I need to learn it more. But yeah, and then we're also live on Instagram as well. So hi to everyone in Instagram. Well. Let's welcome a few people, then we will get talking into North London, which we all want to talk. Nobody wants to hear about England and Ireland. Well, nobody wants to hear about England. Definitely about Ireland. Big up to Leo Steinman. He says, guys, I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit juvenile, but we just beat Portugal, so I'm a little bit bouncy. Big up to Geeks as well. Big up. Thanks so much, Geeks. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. You're very kind, bud. You're very kind. Mr. T's in the house. The man who used to own a football club, apparently. He did. He owned Crystal Palace. He really did. It says English are rubbish, mate. Do you know what, Tequila? Couldn't agree more. Sorry. He's asking the question here. Are England more dull to watch than this year than Spurs? I let the boys answer. I do you know what? Yeah, the Tottenham have been pretty boring to watch. I don't watch England, so I don't know how boring you are, guys, actually. So I let the boys. Are England that dull?
They can be. The last game before this one, we actually looked half decent. But I
thought against Serbia we were good. Serbia away. I thought that was the best performance in the group so far.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I enjoyed that game, but I didn't enjoy any other games. I just wanted the results.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no,
there you
I
go,
agree.
Tequila. The boys think England are not as dull as Spurs, and I think Spurs are just as dull. Well, yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, we can.
Get up in the trial.
I actually think Tuchel's got them. He's got them going compared to when he was in his first few months. You know.
See, I don't think Tottenham are that boring. I don't. As somebody that doesn't support them, you just never know what's going to happen next with Tottenham. That's the entertainment value. You just never know what's going to happen next.
A bit like Ireland, you don't know what's going to happen to them next. You know, you know, you never beat the Irish, you never beat the Spurs. I mean, look, it just runs hand in hand. Big up to KI Bally 2280. So big up, lads. Big up to you as well. I want to say big up to Ollie. Big up Ollie Freeman is joined over on Instagram. Big up to you, Ollie, as well. Big up to Tequila. England players have a weak mentality. Totally agree. Always have, always will. Yeah, I won't say that, but it's all for you to read. A talking point later in the show, but we want you to have Brazil are amazing. They have Richie as the number 9, a true top quality Brazilian striker. Now, I will say this, right?
Is it April 1st?
Yeah,
That's
it is.
banter,
Yeah. Now, there was I was watching the TalkSport clip last night on YouTube, and that Hawkby and Jacobs were talking to their South American correspondent over there, and he was saying that the Brentford striker won't get into the Brazilian World Cup side because Brazilian fans claim that Brentford are a small club, and like Wolves are a small club. And Richie's really under pressure, but Ancelotti, it has so much confidence in him to do it. So I don't know what Ancelotti sees in him. What we see week in out, week out, Tottenham is shit. But Ancelotti apparently thinks he's the best thing since Romario. If anyone is old enough to remember Romario,
He's class. That was world class.
I don't get it. I just do not get it. Brazil, I think Argentina, I don't think this is the best Brazilian side I've ever seen in the world. No. I think Argentina are miles ahead of Brazil. And if they've got Richie up front, I think they're going to get knocked out in the group stage.
I still think they have that aura. You know, they still have that about them. But what we call a poor Brazilian side, and they are, let's be honest, still is better than most. It's like calling France, no, because France leave a better squad at home out of the tournament than most people will turn up with.
Germany as well. Germany have had some poor sides, but gone on to win the tournament. Brazil,
Absolutely.
94. Right. Brazil, 94 wasn't the greatest side in the world.
Yeah. That first tournament, we got to see Miroslav Klose. Do you remember? He just turned up and we didn't know about him. And then tournament top scorer, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he's the all-time. Isn't he the all-time top scorer in World Cup history? I think he beat Ronaldo's goals tally. Not Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm talking about the Ronaldo.
The Ronaldo. Yeah.
R9, not that crybaby that wants his dummy put into his gob because he got sent off. No, the proper Ronaldo. The proper R9.
Was only Farley's Rusks on the at the stadium last night for him?
There was a TikTok video today of an Irish player, right, holding up a pint of Guinness, right? Ronaldo can't get him. And he can't get his pint of Guinness. The Irish player, look at this, pint of Guinness, Ronaldo, pint of Guinness. So he fouls him and he gets sent off, right? So he's on the floor crying. So the referee gives him the red card. Then the referee takes out of his pocket a massive dummy and gives it to him. I mean, I've never seen anything like it, right? He elbowed him. The Irish player went down. I mean, you get elbowed in the back, you're going to know about it. And first they had a referee, didn't give him a red card straight off, is beyond me. He's right in front of where the Irish fans are. So they're giving him skip. Ronaldo's giving it back, a bit of banter. Next thing, the referee goes over to the screen, right? And there's 2 Irish fans there. And the camera went, you could see exactly what they're saying to the referee, right? beep him, send him off. It was so funny. And next thing, the referee comes right, does this with the yellow card, brings out the red card, and you can see Ronaldo's face going, what?
The thing
I
is,
talked to you
he's just-
before the game. You're supposed to let us win.
yeah,
You know,
it's ego unchecked, isn't it, with Ronaldo?
It is.
People are fawning over him, and you know, you can imagine what that must do. You know, out in the league that he is in, I'd imagine if they turn around and he says my grapes are the wrong color, they will go and sort that out, right? You know, it's one of those sort of things. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now go.
Yeah.
It must be fawning all the time over him, and that's what it was. It's like there's an accountability to my actions. How dare you? You know, that's what it was.
Yeah. Did he get his last manager the sack at Portugal?
Can't remember. Martin, who was before Martinez? I can't remember now.
It was what's his name? The fella's in charge. Oh no, who is in charge of Portugal for Martinez? He was there for a while.
Martinez was there for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Previous manager.
Anyway, maybe somebody might put it in the chat, but I think he got him to sack. But look, yeah, I want to say big up. We've got a few more people, then we'll get on. Big up to Leo. I'm not going to say that, Leo. Sorry. I let the lad say it. I ain't going to say that. Sorry.
Oh, Fernando Santos.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. He got him to sack, I think. Yeah. Come on. Sorry, I can't read that last word. Sorry. Come on, something. I don't know what that is. And he says, you miss a pen. Yeah.
Oh, is he talking about the under-21s tonight?
Oh, who won that game, by the way?
Oh, it's England versus Ireland. No, I think it's still
Are we winning that? Please tell me we're winning. That'd be a double. I don't know how the under-17s got on today as well. We were playing in the World Cup today.
I don't know
big
what's
up to
happening.
random boys. Sis, Chelsea, big up to Tequila. It says international football is more duller than Brennan Johnson as a player. Yeah, that's true. Bosnia, but Gerard, big up to you, Gerard. What do you reckon to last night, bud? He said, we've signed Pav based on his Euro antics. Worked out well for us. Redbrook from the World Cup, Tequila. Yeah, it didn't work out to both Spurs legends. I noticed the Arsenal boys have gone a bit quiet. And then we've got Gerard. Well, Dermo, what do you think of Parrott now? Scarlett is better. What a joke of a club we are. Keeping a non-league striker and selling an international players for two. Look, Troy Parrott, I think at Tottenham didn't take his chances, and he's went to Holland, and now he's taking his chances.
Yeah,
and last night, two great goals. The first one, sorry, go on, Geeks. What are you going to say, bud? Sorry.
No, exactly. This is just indicative of top-level football. It happens for some, and when you think about, it's not just where Troy Parrott would have been in the Tottenham team. It would have been the gap between where he was and who was currently in the first team squad. He probably needed game time out somewhere to get better. That's what it is. And he needed to go and stand on his own 2 feet. Maybe had he done. Yeah. And it's like that with like Dan Ballard that scored against us. Pleased for the kid, ex-Arsenal youth. Looks strong as an ox, but he had Gabby and Saliba in front of him and others. You're not going to get a game anytime soon, are you? So
no,
tough.
It is. Look, I'm pleased for him. Really am pleased for him. But he scored two good goals last night. Under 21s. Yeah, I know. What's the score? Are we beating
0-0?
All right, I'll take that. I will take that. I know we've got another comment coming in. 0-0. Troy is much. Yeah, I watched him last night, Tequila, and he was immense last night. He worked his socks off last night. He really did up front. Is non-league striker Richie or Scarlett? I think Richie. Let's get on with it. It is the North London podcast, and of course, we're all here to talk about North London, the greatest part of London. It is white, always will be white, and never will be red. Of course, we do have the North London derby coming up after this international break. This time next week, we'll be all gearing up for it. Brenny will be scared, hiding under the cupboard like Harry Potter. Geeks will be under his table, looking for his flashlight like James and his magic torch. and I will be going, "Come on, you Spurs, we're gonna beat them," and be delusional.
No, not at all. When are you going to change? Sorry, before we carry on. No,
Yeah.
when's your team going to change the sponsor? Because you with the Arsenal is awesome now. I mean, that's very old now, isn't it? You know what I mean? You're wearing Arsenal is awesome.
It is. It is. We're going to change it actually at the end of next season. We're going with a new logo, and we are going with it's called I'm trying to think of something here. Give me a minute.
I wondered what the ticking sound was. 1 minute.
Yeah. hang on. Hang on. Hang on. I've got something for that.
Sponsored by Gunners on top.
Hang on. I've got something for that. Hang on. I've got something for that. Hang on. That's what you can hear.
That's steamy out the ears.
Yeah. We are going for a new one. We're going for Durex because it's the best you can get.
Oh.
Yeah. Because apparently, yeah. Well, I couldn't. You know what? Didn't think of Gillette. I just thought the other one. Don't know why. They're giving out free something when you go out the stadium with the bed. So
I thought he was going to say Durex because it's perfect for knobs. You know, I was just like.
Well, if you want to describe Arsenal as that, then be my pleasure. I mean, if you want to talk about your team like that, I didn't say it, you did. So, you know, that's fair enough.
I come in peace.
No, that's just 3i Atlas up there. That's your overlords, isn't it? That's the one searching for Arteta. They're looking for him to finish his job so they can bring him back to his mother planet with Arsene Wenger. He's already up there already. He's saying, my master plan is almost done. Look, what does the North London derby mean to you? Look, it means to me, all serious now, no joking. It means to me passion, bragging rights, and what it means to be what it means for North London. Now, we know you've had the better over us over the last few years, but we had this massive party. I don't think you noticed at the end of last season. I know we're a bit noisy. We're sorry for about the noises. We will keep it down the next time. But what does it mean to you?
So when that happens.
Yeah, mine's passion, banter, and what it means for North London. What about you guys? Brandy, I'll start with you. What does the North London? Because you and me are sort of from the same era. So what does it mean to you, man?
It does mean a lot. It's about bragging rights every season, regardless of where you are on the table. I mean, over the years, it's like form has gone out the window in a lot of these games, and there's been times where you've been the informed team and we haven't been, and you've sorted us, or vice versa. And also, I remember thinking when I was a kid, when I became an Arsenal fan, you were better than us at the time. You were winning the trophies. We were just a side that was in decline under Terry Neal, but then I found that during those times we would win the home games and then we would lose to you. And even I used to say in schools, I used to say things, even drawing with Tottenham is a disgrace. It's that's what I used to say to Tottenham fans in school. So we'd always had that banter. And it's always been for me. It's the best fixture. It's the best fixture in the top flight league for me. Maybe it's because I'm an Arsenal fan. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. But I find that it's better than, say, Liverpool, Manchester United, and they'll always say that's bigger. But you know what? Can't get no bigger than Arsenal, Tottenham, and I don't get nervous. I don't get nervous with Arsenal Tottenham games. I did when I was a kid, but I haven't done for a very long time. Even when I know that it's not looking good, I think nope. Form goes out really. We still beat them. And yeah, it does mean the world, and it is, and like with say Man City, Tottenham, Liverpool, they're the fixtures I do look out for. First and foremost, I don't look out for United or Chelsea. But yeah, it is about, and that's something that Paul Merson said when he played for us, because that was the first fixture he would look out for when the fixtures came out. It'd always be Tottenham, and what I love about from our players that we had 20, 25 years ago, who French players who came over here, they still to this day knows how much the North London derby means to them, because we've had players in the past that didn't really have that feeling towards North London derby, but you got to give it to the world-class French boys that we had, and it meant the world to them, and it still does.
That decade, I just erased from my memory while they were there. I mean, we did stop you doing the double in 91. Gaza, long free kick. Sorry, Gary Lineker with 2. We stopped you doing the double down at the Arsenal, says Chad and Dave. I mean, look, Geeks.
Well,
look,
we never lost to you that season. I mean, sorry, we didn't beat you that season as well in the Premier League, the old first division. There was 2 draws.
Yeah.
Even
And
though we won the league.
Do you know what? When it came down to it, that Chelsea fan, that whatever his name is, Paul Chelsea Merson, didn't play well that day. You had Eeyore Adams, bit of a mix up. They're all the parade in their suits. I thought they're doing the double. No. You don't mess with Gaza and Lineker and co. No, we're gonna come and beat at Wembley.
It wasn't
Geeks. Pardon?
It was a 2 of them. They were Lineker and Gaza were on another planet that day.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, Geeks. Look. I mean, me and Brenny are from a generation before you when it comes to North London derbies. We saw the rough and tumble of it, the good old days. I mean, me and Brenny can remember Arsenal coming with Liam Brady and beating us 5-0 at White Hart Lane. Then you got Paul Allen getting that winner against you. Popescu in '94. You got the 3-2 and the famous Arsene Wenger smashing the bottle against the ground when Kabul comes in with the header last time he won at the Emirates. But what does North London mean to you from a newer generation, from a generation on from me and Brenny?
So I come in at the back end of the 80s. That's kind of where my time starts. And I think derbies in general, for people that support in the bigger clubs, okay, so let's just say Premier League clubs, there's been a lot of sterilisation of football, whether it be the characters that we see on the pitch and identify with, or whether it be the local man that can afford a ticket. They've been priced out of the stands, and the characters have been eradicated from the pitch. And so derbies are the time we reconnect with football, and we really reconnect with our club, regardless of how dire or well your club is doing in that year. The derby comes around, and it is a cup final. It is. That's what it is. It is the be all and end all. If I lose in the North London derby, I'm feeling it for the next month, and I'm grumbling about it at the end of the year. That's just the truth. That's how it is. It is. It's no barometer, because how many times has one of us been down the table on the other and we've won as the underdog? So it's not really, we treat it as though it's a barometer, but it's not. It is just desire for victory. And we get on our boys' backs. If you turn up to a derby, like the City United derby, did either of you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I was a United fan, I would have been spitting feathers at the way that there was no fight, no needle in my players. Scott McTominay at Napoli would have put himself about a bit more than that entire United, the other, and that's what we want to see. We want to see a war on the pitch. We want to see the players fighting for the badge, because this is the match that you show us that this club matters to you. How much does this club matter to you? Not about another 3 points to a title or getting up the table. This is about beating the enemy. That's what this is about, right? And so it's that time we all plug back in, and it is like, right, wow, yeah, come on. Because it's been so sterilized and it's become so turgid and it's become like, same old, same old. It cuts through the malaise and we're back. That's kind of what I feel the derby is.
You're right. It is. The North London derby is the biggest game for me of the season. Apart from, any cup games or anything like that. But Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea's a big game. London derby. It's a London derby. It doesn't mean a lot to me. Do I want to beat them? Yeah, of course I do. Yeah. But does it mean that, look, it hurts just as much when we lose? And we did. If we play like that against you, like we played against Chelsea, you're going to run all over us. I look at the game where we played during our first North London derby under Ange when we drew 2-2. That was a North London derby where both players gave it their all. You look at the North London derbies after that, you've just overran us, you've outfought us, you've outthought us, everything. You want to go back to when we beat you 3-0 to get to Champions League under Conte, where that stadium was a cauldron. That's what the North London derby is about. And like you go back, I know, Brenny, you go back to the 70s and 80s, Terry Neal, ex-Chelsea Arsenal spy who came into Tottenham, agent Tottenham, and set us way to get relegated. You took one of the best goalkeepers as well, Pat Jennings. But
Pat Jennings,
look, we could go back, couldn't we, and talk about what the North London derby. It's everything. It's war. Yeah. It's football in war. And I mean,
sorry, just to interject.
Yeah.
If you ever want to know, because it was what you were saying, somebody mentioned about the Arsenal players, and Brenny, you said, didn't you, about how what it meant to the Arsenal players. Now you see an interview with Thierry Henry. Sorry for mentioning him, and you hear how he spoke about being told before the game not to celebrate when we won the league at White Hart Lane.
Yeah. Oh, Tariko.
The man knew. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The man knew.
That sticks in my goat even now. That sticks in my goat even now. Watching you lot celebrate at the end, look, we had it in 71 when you won the league on our ground, and I didn't get how that felt like. Yeah. I mean, Philip Brady told me it wasn't nice. To actually go through that as a fan and watch you lot win the league on our ground, that hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts. But then when you go on like with the Man City thing and
cheats.
Cheats. When you go back to when you could have won the league and we had the Man City, Man City thing. Look, if Arsenal won the league, would I be upset? Yeah, I would be. It would bug me for a week or so. And then I'll get on with it. Right, let's concentrate next season. Let's see how we're going to beat them. Because, and I'm sure you'd be the same. You'd be the same. It will bug you for a while, and then, look, we'll get on with it. We've got to think about next season. There is a lot of, we are connected in so many ways, Tottenham and Arsenal. We are connected in so many ways. North London, you coming from South London because you couldn't build a proper stadium. You had to build it on an open sewer. I don't know what made you decide to build a stadium on an open sewer, by the way. Still do not know. You were lost. You were looking for somewhere to live. You saw North London. You tried to bombard it a few £1,000 back in the day. Didn't work. You looked at Tottenham. We're going to annoy Tottenham. And you settled in. We can't get rid of you. You're stuck now. This is all banter, by the way. I don't really mean this is all banter.
No,
Brenny and Geeks know that.
No. I mean, you pick on something there about if Tottenham won the league, I would hate it.
Yeah.
But I would hate it more if Chelsea or City won the league. Yeah. And the thing is, if Tottenham win the league, it's then as Arsenal, we're measuring our club and saying, how they got up there, won it, and it's that sort of thing
Yeah,
that
I
goes
get
on,
that.
that
I
sort of
get
dialogue. But the thing is, if Tottenham win it under your current guys, right?
Yeah.
You've done the hard yards, you've gone through the struggle, you've gone through the mud, and you've reached it. Either at some level, I will respect that. It's like Liverpool winning it. It's like United winning it.
Yeah.
When we're dealing with the other clubs that are and certain things
Chelsea
like
and Man
Abramovich
City.
millions and this, that, and the other,
I agree.
you haven't earned. That's not authentic to me, and so that's kind of where I am with it. United and Liverpool are adversaries for us competing over the same trophies. The United Arsenal rivalry was massive in the Wenger era, and
it was.
But there is a respect there as well. As much as I hate them, I can't stand them. There is a respect, and so if they get there, they get there. It's like if you get there, you get there. And so even Newcastle, if Newcastle do it without spending lots and lots of money, and they get like what City've done, if they do it authentically, then the Geordies deserve it. And well, congratulations.
Yeah,
all the rest.
I agree. I agree. It's totally right. I mean, Brendan,
I'm all for the authenticity.
Yeah, look, we're all everyone in the chat is from football on a playing level field. If you win the title, you deserve to win the title if you do it properly. You look at City, you look at Chelsea. Both this thing with Man City is ridiculous. How long it's gone along and going along.
It's going on.
There's nothing they can do about it now. I don't know how many titles City took away from you guys, but I'm sure there's a few cups as well. There's nothing you can do about that. But it's all about, isn't it, doing it the right way. You had your Jack Walkers with Blackburn. And I think that's slightly different as well, because that's more of a romantic story. Blackburn are not one of the biggest powerhouses in world football. So they're not going to win the league every year. I mean, Brenny, you know as well as I do that football should be played. There should be 11 playing field. But in your mind, as Geeks has brought out, and I agree with them 100%, I agree with you. With this Man City and Chelsea thing, why are the Premier League pulling their heels on this? Is it worrying you? Forget the top Arsenal thing. As a football fan, are you worried that the Premier League is damaging itself?
You see, with City and Chelsea, I just look at it and I just think, you know what? Maybe it's because sometimes I feel like a David, where there's this desire, anger burning inside, where you just want to beat the Goliaths with all this money and everything else. And for me, it's if that had been us, I would love to be in their shoes with all the trophies that they've won. But I do see next point. I understand. It's just, for me, I feel with all these charges and everything else, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen at all. And
does that anger you?
For me,
does that anger you as a fan, Brenny? Does that anger you as a football fan? Does that anger you as somebody we've watched the game since we were kids, and the players we've seen come and gone? Does that anger you?
Yeah, I mean, it does. But then at the end of the day, how I look at it with City and Chelsea, with the money they spent over the years, they've still got to go out there and perform. And the reason why I say it is because I think with Arsene Wenger, he used to moan about it a lot. But it's like whenever we played these teams, it's like he feared these teams more than our players did when we used to get absolutely tonked by them. But whereas Sir Alex Ferguson, he weren't afraid of them, and he took them on. He took them on, and he won titles. It's like he would say, I don't care how much money you got. I'm going to build a squad, and I'm going to batter you. And that's what he did. You know, when Chelsea first came into it, he won. Sir Alex won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and City. I think he won 5 more titles. Now, and he did, and if I'm not mistaken, he did a 3 in a row, didn't he? as well.
Yeah.
He still managed to do a 3 in a row, 2007, 2008, 2009. Considering, and then City came into the fold, Chelsea as well, and then they were getting frustrated. So I just felt that we could have challenged them on a level if we'd improved defensively, and for me, I just got frustrated with Arsene Wenger's attitude, because I thought to myself, he's good enough to beat these. I don't care how much money they've got. So you know what I mean. But then we all know this. We know the story because Nick would have guessed it years ago. We all did, where we thought, hold a minute, we're not doing anything. And Arsene didn't look happy when David Dean left, and he actually said that in
That was the biggest loss.
In Arsene's documentary on Amazon Prime. I know you're a Spurs fan, so love it. So basically, it's he said was it David Dean? David Dean said, "No, Arsene, you got to stay," because he wanted to leave, and I didn't think his heart wasn't 100% into Arsenal. And that's when I thought we just, and there were times where we were beating City and we were beating Chelsea, but we just wasn't consistent enough.
Yeah.
Guys, I need to have a talk to you guys. All right. I'm sorry. This is a team talk, right? This is the Arsenal. This is Arsenal in the North London derby. You're this light bulb. I mean, it's the most comical bit of the whole thing with him loading up a light bulb going, "You're this light bulb."
Is that a light bulb for me? I thought it was a Magnum ice cream. It looked like Magnum.
No, it's a light bulb. It's a light bulb. Right. If Arteta's watching, this is for you.
I know it's cold, but geez.
Yeah. I mean, when he pulled that out, when he did pull that out, to be fair, that was, I then fell off my chair and stitched it. It was funny. And then when he played You Never Walk Alone, I mean, I know we had problems with our manager, but he would never. We've got a question here for a white one. What do you think of Tottenham? Well, no, I'm a Spurs fan. This is Tottenham channel. What do you mean? What do I think of Tottenham?
I think Tottenham for me are a bit like United on paper.
Yeah.
Over the past couple of years, they should be significantly better than what they've been.
Yeah.
Like you look at the United squad have spent money and they've got good players there. You look at it, and I look at the Tottenham squad, particularly. I thought what happened to you last season. I remember you doing a stream, and it was the European one, and you were losing. And I said, I remember going on, and I was saying to you, I've got a feeling you're going to win the whole thing, and you turned it around, and you went on, and all the rest of it. And the best thing that happened to you last year was all of those injuries, because you had to blood so many of your squad. So many of your squad got valuable game time, and you can't buy that experience. And so where you were very strong first 11 and you had this massive drop-off, I feel going into this season, the drop-off isn't so big because those squad players have been blooded. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, I remember you saying this before, and it makes sense. You are right.
Because when you have to dig down or you have to rotate and you're bringing on someone that maybe played 5 games last year and they've not played anything this year, that's a drop-off. I don't feel like you've got that. Like when you bring on Danzo and this, that, and the other, these are players that had a good run in the team. So I feel like you are better rounded. I just feel if Thomas Frank is a quality manager, if he does anything, it will be that he'll make you too pragmatic. And I think you won't have to be as pragmatic with the defensive foundation you've got. I still feel like you are needing a central defensive midfielder and a better focal point in the 9.
Yeah.
But you're not a million miles away. That's where I am with Tottenham. You are possibly, I wouldn't go January for you guys, because I think the work that you need to do, that premium isn't worth it. Do that in the summer. I think you're one good window away from saying, right, let's go.
I think so.
Think quite there yet.
No, I agree. Look, let's talk about Ivan Toney. We might be going after him. Look, there's talk about Harry Kane could be on the move again, possibly to Barcelona, possibly. But see, somebody made a good point on today. I just want look, if he wins the Champions League and wins the cup with Bayern Munich, he's won everything. There's nothing left for him to win that he can win domestic football apart from winning an international tournament, which, to be fair, you should have done by now, but you haven't. I just think Harry's then got a choice. Do I then want to come back and relax and go for the Premier League record, which he won't hold for very long, because we all know Haaland is going to beat that if Haaland stays at Man City, unless Real Madrid come in for him. But you're probably looking at another 3 seasons before he goes. Or does he get the calling from Barcelona? Do I go there and be the replacement for their number 9? But how are Barcelona going to afford that?
I know this is going to be blasphemy. Genuinely, for Tottenham, I would not go back in for Harry Kane.
Do you know what? I think I agree with that. I look, if you look at Ivan Toney, I think Ivan Toney's the perfect striker to bring in.
I would go along those lines, or even Victor Osimhen. What is he doing at Galatasaray? He could really work in the centre of your. Do you see what I mean? And it's just the fact that what do? Do you bring him back in? He will score. He will score goals, but you've got to have good runners around him. And he's going to start going backwards because he's getting at the end of his career. So do you stunt the development of your attack to go back for the glory days? I don't think you do that.
I go and buy Vlahovic for 20 million in January.
Vlahovic from Juve?
Yeah. 6 months left in his contract, 20 million. That's not going to break the bank here or there, is it? Red.
The Mexican that was at Feyenoord. Gimenez.
I forget his name.
He's a good player, but he's gone into Italy, and I don't know if he's doing as well. But that sometimes, that happens. He's a really good player. I always felt like Gimenez was a good Tottenham option. He's a Tottenham player, and I really think he would do well in your team.
Just to let the guys know, James said, why this has gone up in 2 streams. StreamYard now, when you put something up in StreamYard, they ask you to put it in portrait and landscape. So it goes out double. It's a StreamYard thing, and it goes out in the landscape mode, and it goes out in normal mode. I don't know why. When I put this stream up tonight, I had to put it out as a double stream. So that's why it's gone out as a double stream, if people are wondering. I only saw it for the first time. I was watching a Formula 1 stream, and he had it out 2 streams. The first time I've known about it. But that's why, if people are wondering why it's double, that's why. And if I had to do on the 5/5 tip, but I know there's nothing I can do. Sterling, there's nothing I can do. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. Where was I going to go?
So we just finished discussing Kane.
Yeah, thanks, geeks. Key matchups. Odegaard in the midfield against. I think the game's going to be won and lost in midfield. I think for me, just very quickly. Who do you think Arsenal will play?
Stop. For example, I don't think Odegaard will start the North London derby. If he's declared fit to play, I think he'll be on the bench.
Yeah,
but if you're talking matchups, I would say it would be most likely be Eze in the number 10 against you, and I think it'll be a midfield of if everyone's okay after international duty, for our midfield, our 3 would probably be Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze.
Yeah, I go with that.
So with matchups, Dermo, you can use those 3 as an example, if you know what I'm saying, because I think that will be our.
Yeah, I think also for our wings, I'm going for Odegaard and Kudos. I think if Kudos is fit, I think Odegaard's come on leap and bounce under Thomas Frank. I think up front, we've got nobody up front to bang in goals. We're really shockingly bad in that number 9 position.
Charlison usually has a good game like it against us, I feel.
Yeah.
So when's Solanke back, Dermot?
Hopefully,
Solanke
well, there's rumours going around that Kulu and Solanke could be back for the North London derby. That is a rumour going around. More Kulu could be back. Now, if Kulu,
How long have they been out for?
Kulu's been out since the Palace game last year, and I was at that
Oh,
game.
he's not making his debut in that match. He's not coming back.
Well, apparently there was a rumor. That's why I said there was a rumor. I didn't believe it myself. I know he's out in Dubai.
Second half sub, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's a sub. Solanke, I mean, his dodgy ankle's been going on forever. I mean, our medical team is worse than Harry Potter on a bad night. I mean,
how far away is Madison?
I just don't get it.
How far away is Madison?
Oh, he's next season. We won't see him again to next season. But he is back. He is back. Can I just say one thing? Instagram there. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, I didn't know that. You can only. Okay, fair enough. You can only go live on. You can only go live on Instagram for an hour. But there you go. Something you learn new every day.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Look, for me, Madison, but back at the end of the start of next season. What I liked about him is him doing these videos about informing the fans what it's like to go through an injury. And I don't know if you guys have seen them. Do you think they've been helped? Do you think they've been a good thing to get the fans to show them what it's like for a player to be out injured? Because I think it has. I think it was a great idea.
It doesn't hurt to humanise a player.
No.
I think that was the one thing about Arsenal All or Nothing. When you got to see the players talking to their families about fan abuse and all the rest of it, they are people, you know, and just because you've paid your 50 quid to go into we all give it all the rest of it, but they're still human. And I think seeing the other side of it and seeing the you know, their humanity, what they're like and what they're going through and all the rest of it, I think it's a good thing personally.
Big up to Knights of the Republic. Kulu is doing physio in Dubai and training on grass. I did see that. Big up to you, man. Hope you're doing well. Fella from my neck of the woods. Big up to you, Knights. What do you think of last night? Let me know in the chat pod. Big up to James. His man is out for the season. He is Decky since Bodo game last year. No, his Palace game, he got injured, James, because I was actually at the game and I remember he got a crunching tackle. And that was before Palace's cup final, wasn't it? The cup final was a week later, I think. So Palace was last game 2 weeks. He's got a question for us though. Question to the panel: If you were a Spurs boss or an Arsenal boss, I'm sure he means, with 200 million war chests in January, who are you signing? If you want to be a Tottenham boss, guys, you're more than welcome. They have to stick with Arsenal. You can be a Tottenham boss.
No. I mean, Arsenal. We're going to go left winger. That's who we're going to go for, right, Bren? If it was Arsenal,
it'll be left winger.
Yeah, I think for you guys, you need a 9, a CDM. So your 9, I would be tempted with your Victor Roscherheim or the Jimenez up front for you. In the, do you know what?
It's actually as a Tottenham fan, by the way. So you're a Tottenham boss.
Adam Wharton would be my top pick. I know everyone's going to go for him and all the rest of it, but Adam Wharton or the kiddie Anderson at Nottingham Forest, because I feel like you need that 6.
Yeah.
And both of them, I feel like, would really slot in as it's not just who can come in and play, who comes to that part of London and fits in with your squad. And I feel like they would really, with Madders there and those sort of players that are around them, Jed Spence, England teammates, I feel like they would go in. And then maybe you need another ball carrier on the other side to Kudu. That's got a healthier body. I can't think of one at the moment.
That's a good. You've done well there, Gates. You've done very well there. You're the new Tottenham boss. You've come in January, Brenny. You got 200 million to spend. The Lewis family said, "Brenny, here's your money. Who are you buying for Tottenham if you were Spurs boss?"
Well, I would use that to buy the most expensive caviar, and and also get
Gold leaf
that.
toilet paper.
That'll cost a bit. The most expensive chocolate on the planet. Buy a restaurant and get Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, because if you're going to get Ivan Toney, you've still got change to get all these other things. So Ivan Toney would be the one, and also the fact that your manager knows him well and would get the best out of him, and would get the best out of him. I find that's always key. You know what I mean? So for a number 9, it'd be Toney because of that reason. I wouldn't have said that if Frank wasn't your boss.
Yeah. Do you know another one that could work for Tottenham? Norgard.
Do you know what? I wouldn't mind him at Tottenham. I quite like him as a player.
You know what I mean? What you've lost in Man and all the rest of it, and the Frank link. You go for Anderson, Norgard, and that 9, that Jimenez that was at Feyenoord, because I reckon he will be a player. Yeah. And another ball, your 4 I think that would completely make you an absolute nightmare.
It would. I agree. Look, for me, I would go for Ivan Toney. I know James says here, and I don't think Toney's the right choice, though. What you're going to get out of him I think you get more than 2 seasons out of him. What is he, 26, 27?
Oh, is he? I think he's older than that now.
Yeah,
guys, to anyone at home that's kind of watching, Santiago Jimenez is and that's with a G, not a J. That's the player I'm talking about. He can bang it, left foot, right foot, header it. He's like the Mexican Ian Wright almost. You know, he'll be a good player.
Either that, or I spend 20 million on Vlahovic, which I think you get more out of. But I buy both. I buy Toney and Vlahovic. Because, as Tequila says, Tony's short-term fix is fine, and you got Vlahovic for long-term, so it gives him a time to get acclimatized to the Premier League. So what's that?
30 in March.
Yeah. So what's that? So we're looking at about that's 80 million, right? And then what do I do? Then for another player, I would love to go for Wharton, but Wharton's 100 million. I'll go for another goalkeeper.
Oh, would you?
I would.
I think Vicario. You mean what backup for Vicario? Because I think Vicario is quality.
No, to take over from Vicario.
To take over.
Yeah, I would. I get another goalkeeper to take over from Vicario. I love Vicario, but I think he's got. I don't know what it is, and I know other people are not blaming him for the equaliser against Man U. I do feel it was his fault for letting in that goal. I know you can blame. Dave was on doing the show on yesterday on our podcast, and he was saying it was Brennan Johnson's fault and not Ben. Well, Bentancur was marking him, and then I just feel Vicario's behind the goal, and you want your goalkeeper to be on the line ready. That's a goalkeeper. And I just feel Vicario gets bullied too much, especially when you look at United. They were all around him. He's getting bullied. He's getting pushed. You look at United's goalkeeper, the one they brought in.
Yeah, he's quality.
Yeah, he's quality.
Yeah. And you look the way he stands at corner. You've got players coming next to him. You see him just pushing them away. Get away from me. He's making himself look big. Vicario doesn't make himself look big. But for me, I would definitely go for a fullback. We need another fullback. We really do. But look, for me, for attacking wise, I would go for Toney and Vlahovic. For me, that's what I go for in January. Especially young goalkeeper. We forget his name, James. Maybe you can put it in. But there's a French goalkeeper. He's amazing. It really is. Big up to Geordie as well. Big up to you, sir. And what else we got here? I'm not even gonna even put that as an answer. Guys, look, last bit of the show. Look, Arsenal are unbeaten in the last 5 North London derbies. You have had the better others. Score predictions, and I've got one non-football question to ask. So, score predictions for the North London derby. And in the chat as well, get them up. there is going to be a pre-match show before the night before the North London derby. So hopefully guys will be with me. Hopefully James or Tequila with me, because I feel I've been playing away from home tonight. It's 2 against 1. I've been at the Emirates Stadium. When the 90th minute, injury time, and I'm winning 1-0, and the guys are attacking me. The guys are pushing for an equaliser. So I'm going to have to hold them off for another. What you going for, Brenny?
The thing was, Brenny said 3-1, and I was nearly along. The thing for me, what I'm struggling with is I feel like the team that Arteta puts out will win or lose the game.
Yeah.
And it all depends on his selection. That's that. Do you understand where I'm coming from there, Brent?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. But it's all how we set up, because we're not very fast starters. I mean against Sunderland, right? I've been bantered for being a George Graham fan. And it's like, oh, well, you'd rather have George Graham back in charge and play, George Graham type football. Well, last Saturday, that first half against Sunderland, we looked like a George Graham side. You know what I mean? We did. And I'm talking about a George Graham side from 92 to 95. We were awful first half.
Right. Yeah.
Second half, we looked a bit more like ourselves.
Yeah, we did.
But it's all about are the shackles going to come off?
Yeah, is the handbrake going to get released?
Yeah, and also if we go 1-0 up or 2-0 up, I feel that he's not going to go for a third goal. He's not going to go for a third goal. He'll go all defensive.
Yeah,
yeah, and that is why I say Arteta, if we don't win this league title, it'll be because of these decisions that he makes.
See, now
he's got a squad to win the league, but it's these decisions. It can be so costly.
Brent's in the same chat with me, and he knows what I've said. Like when Arteta joined Arsenal, and he's done God's work at Arsenal.
Yeah.
We can't forget that. But I have said he's in danger of becoming the Spanish Southgate, where he's done all of the work back of house and got us to a point, but he could struggle to get us over the line. I'm hoping I'm wrong. And when Arteta joined, he was limited by the squad. The squad is now in danger of being limited by Arteta with some of these decisions.
Yeah, I agree.
So when we was in that second half of Sunderland, the fact that we went defensive, because if you think after we conceded the goal, we looked like ourselves again and we were on the front foot attacking.
Yeah.
That's what we should have been doing. We shouldn't have brought on another a defender. We should have carried on attacking, because then that makes it really difficult for them, because you're pinning them back. But sometimes the better, particularly with our defence, that back five, sometimes the best form of that defence is attack. And I just felt like what he did there was just kind of like, oh no, and you could just see it. You could see it coming. I could feel it. And I think we're in danger of doing that against you if he gets the setup wrong. So I think it could be anything from a 3-1, 3-2, 2-2. I think there's going to be goals both ends. I think you're going to get a set piece. I think Mickey van der Ven's going to go and do an Arsenal on us. And I think it might be a bit more open than we realise, because you don't tend to low block for 90 minutes. You do come out being a derby and give it to us. And I think that might give us the chance to get a couple.
I know everyone in the chat has gone for an Arsenal win. Even Tottenham fans gone for an
You've got a feeling for a Tottenham win, have you?
I watched my national side beat Portugal last night. Nobody gives a
I get you. You're on the roll. You're like, this is happening.
Nobody gave us a monkeys to win that game last night. Everyone expected us to get pumped 5-0, 6-0, Ronaldo hat-trick. We're out the World Cup. We're going to, manager sacked by Monday. And we turned up and we beat them 2-0. I'm going for a 2-1 Spurs win. Okay. And this is why. I think you will score. I think Arteta is going to choke. I don't think Arsenal is the players is your problem. I think your problem is your manager. Because you have a manager that should have learned by its mistakes 2 seasons ago. Last season, you should have won the league, in my opinion. I think you should have learned your lessons from the season before, and you should have won the league. You've only won one trophy in 9 years now, and that was an FA Cup. How many managers get to stay in their job with one trophy, which he won near enough at the beginning? Not many.
No.
I think the players, I'm watching Arsenal, I think the players now are getting sick of Arteta's tactics. I think they're getting frustrated by it.
Oh, I don't know it's so far there yet. I think they are playing.
I think
for it.
some of them are. I think one or two of them are.
I think some of them are frustrated. Not all of them, but I think one or two of them are.
And I just think at home, if you don't start well, that crowd will go quiet. And you know what, North London, you need the fans to help you. If you don't make that place a cauldron, Tottenham's going to feed off that.
It needs to
be
You look when we beat.
Are great, but the home
away fans are brilliant. Yeah,
it's just quiet.
But then this is what happens when you go running after football tourism money, isn't it? You can't.
Yeah.
When you price the common man out, the man that was stood there making all that noise is now down the pub because you've made it too expensive.
But you go back to a few seasons ago when we beat you 3-0 at White Hart Lane on the Conte. That place was a cauldron.
It was,
and that scared you. That knocked you lads savvy, sideways. So look, I know other people want to back Tottenham to lose. It's your opinion. You can back them to lose. I never can, especially against Arsenal. I'm too long in the tooth now to I cannot do it. Not in my nature. Not in my nature. It's not. Ireland won last night. If Ireland can beat
on the crazy, sorry lads, that is hilarious.
I'm sorry. If Ireland can beat Portugal and outplay Portugal, we can go and win at the Emirates. I am sorry. There is a God. There is a football God, and he's a Tottenham fan. Hope you are. Big up to James. So they changed my mind 3-0 Spurs.
I think Jackie Johnson was maybe not yesterday.
Thank you so much for the super chat, James. Thank you so much.
I think Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, needs to employ Dermo to deliver the budget, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Stand there at the dispatch box and give it. Like, people think, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. She'll balls it up.
Lads. I tell you what, lads, right? Beer's not going up this year. Fags are not going up. All your rich people that have got millions to burn, you're getting taxed to hell. Absolutely. The working man, you're getting a bit of a pay rise.
Yeah.
All the Tory MPs, you're getting taxed to hell. By the way, you're getting taxed.
And any sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I leave the rest of the run in the country to Tequila and James. They're running the country. I'm just looking after the money side of it.
Dermot, you know who you should get? Dermot, you know who you should get? You should get the Joker. He'll just burn all their money.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Tequila as Prime Minister. I'm going to put Tequila as Prime Minister. He's running the country. James, you're in charge of foreign affairs.
Nice.
Yeah, and we're going to have Geeks in there as the sports minister for sports. We'll put Brenny as Minister for Health. Do you know what I mean? And then might even bring back Boris Johnson as.
There's a comment there that says socialism is dead. And the only reason why I disagree with that is because at our heart, we are a socialist country. We had the right-wing royalty. We had to fight for everything we've got, from workers' rights to holiday to this, that, and the other. NHS. We had our own utility companies that were run into the ground deliberately to get sold off. That benefited a certain type of person. But at the end of the day, we do care for each other. We are that sort of community. So no, it's not. I don't think it's dead yet.
And look, I always say, like, the group of people I've known through this channel, like you and Brenny and Tequila and James and the people I've met, we all might support different clubs, but we all get on. We all care about each other. It's a tight-knit group that we've built. And, I think, as much as Carl saying, Dermo heard Joker and thought Batman live stream. Yeah, there is one coming on Tuesday. I'm starting Arkham Asylum. I'm going to start the Arkham series from the first Batman.
Oh, quality
Oh,
game.
what a
So
game that
Do
is.
join me on Double Dumb Gaming and Twitch as well on Tuesday at 9.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to
Arkham
it.
Right.
City
And
was-
I don't like
Arkham
horror
City was
games.
my favourite. Arkham
Yeah,
City
it
was my
might
favourite.
take-
Then, sorry, David Clark's next comment, I completely agree with that. The
Yeah.
problem with that is because there are no authentic,
Yeah.
because they're chased out. There's no
I have to
authenticity.
get you on
I
my
agree.
political channel, geeks. I have to get me and
I'd
Philip
love
Brady
to.
run a.
Yeah,
we
I'd
run
love that.
Yeah,
I'm
we run
wanting
a.
to do my own one. I'm wanting to do my own one, like a homemade soapbox, and just
Yeah.
have people on and debate from water companies to God knows what. I love that sort of debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely get you one. He's away when he's back. We'll definitely get you on our political channel.
Cool.
Do over. It's Dermot and Philip's Democratic. I forget. It's called Democratic Rant. That's it. We are
Okay,
gonna
no,
talk
I'm all
things.
with that, bud. We get on it.
Just very quickly, non-football. So I do apologise to anyone that doesn't like what I'm going to talk about. It is boxing. So if you don't like boxing, thank you for watching. If you do like boxing, you're still here. The big fight tomorrow night. I just want a prediction, and also maybe a yeah or nay for the second. I'll start with the first one, then go on to Ben Eubank. AJ, Jake Paul. Just yes or no, Brandy?
No.
I think Brenny's fallen asleep or passed out when I said Jake
No.
Paul. No,
Jake
fine.
Paul, I mean, he's fighting tomorrow, is he?
No, he's not. No, that fight
Oh,
might be
so-
coming up. Yeah. Geeks, AJ and Jake Paul. Yeah or nay?
If it is an authentic that JJ's allowed
I
to hit him,
Yeah.
I'm all for it because I'd just like to see him get knocked spark out and learn that there's levels.
Apparently, it's going to be a proper 8-round.
He won't
proper
need 8 rounds. If AJ turns up for that fight and it
Yeah.
is supposed to be a real fight, it's not going out of round 1 because the UFC fighter, the Ndonga or whatever his name was,
Oh yeah,
that big fella, that's a proper
Yeah.
fighter. That's a big man.
Yeah.
You knocked him out.
Yeah.
It's not going back. You can make it a 3-round fight. He's not if it's an authentic real fight, he doesn't make it past the first round. I'm sorry.
do you know what? There's part of me, right, Brenny? I don't know if you
I
feel
just want
there's
to
part
see it
of me,
happen.
right? Yeah, 70 million AJ would get for that. Anthony Joshua, he gets 70 million for that fight.
How can you say no to it?
How can you say no to 70
I'll
million? You
fight
can't.
70 million.
So would I. You and me would do a good job.
Oh yeah, I'll kick him in the
Yeah.
balls first and be like, "We're on what, ref? What?"
Yeah.
There's a part of Brenny. I mean, like, are you like me? Right?
Yeah.
You what, man?
I was saying, kick him in down there, and then get disqualified and take your money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry,
For
Dermot,
me-
you are.
Yeah, for me, look, I think if he takes it, I think that's him finished in boxing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
it is.
sorry.
I think he already
That's him
is.
done.
I
Yeah.
think he already is. He wasn't
I'm
right
sorry.
in
I think
Andy Ruiz fight.
I agree. I think he's done, and I think it's stupid. But look, for me, how can you turn down 70 million? It's ridiculous. My only worry is about Jake Paul's health. You're getting hit by a proper bona fide heavyweight. It's not like fighting Mike Tyson with stupid rules and it being, you can't hit
Mike
me.
Tyson wasn't allowed to hit him.
No.
Let's face it.
We all watched it hoping Mike Tyson would knock the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Andrew Joshua was going to
I
go
never saw
one
it.
punch.
It's it.
No, I refuse to either.
Mike turned up to settle the accounts. That's what he was there for. And fair play to him. But he
Now-
wasn't allowed to hit him.
A proper fight. The second one, I have a sneaking feeling that I want Eubank to win. I've got a sneaking feeling Ben might win this one. Then there'll be a third fight.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I explain why I
draw,
think that. Yeah, Brenny, where you going for it? Look, the dads had one Eubank win. The second fight was a draw. I was a young teenager during that fight, so I rarely remember the first Eubank Ben fight.
That
since
second
Collins.
fight for me was never a draw. That second fight
No.
for me was
Ben
That
won
was
that.
a Ben win.
Yeah.
That was a Ben
Yeah.
fight.
the first one. Oh God, yeah, Ben lost that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it'll go. I think it'll go all the way this time. But this time, I think Ben will win it on points, and then it'll be the trilogy.
Maybe.
It has to be. So you're going for a Ben win. Geeks, where you going? Eubank Ben.
It's not going to be a knockout, I don't think.
It's not. I just feel like they've got the hydration clause in there for Eubank, haven't they? The only way it's a draw is that he's not able to get, because he's what they boiled him down to. He's got to boil himself down, and I think that maybe I don't know. I think a draw at best. I don't see how Ben beats him, because Eubank is too big. He walks around too big. I don't see it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I see where you're coming from. I do see where you're coming from. Just very quickly, Tequila Don King is already starting a fight between me and Brenny. He's offered you 70 pence, Brenny. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, well, I know it's not enough. Sorry. You're going to have the Tequila Don King will have to come in with more money. Make that fight.
Well, it's 20 pence more than Rodney and Del Boy's bet, isn't it? 50 pence.
Look, I'm going for. Look, I think Eubank will win, but I'm going for a Ben win. I tell you why, because I think he looks more focused. He's calmer, and it's not so much negativity about this one. There seems to be a more determination and calmness about him, where you look at Chris Eubank, he's got a ball down. There's another weigh-in in the morning, I think, if I'm right. I think there is early in the morning. It's dangerous. And that's what I don't like. One thing I don't like about this fight, I feel it's dangerous for Chris Eubank Jr. I do feel it's dangerous.
Okay.
Look, if you're a cruiserweight going up to heavyweight, you're allowed to build up. You're allowed to build yourself up to that weight. You've got a welterweight coming up, so he's allowed to build up. But you've got Chris Eubank who's got to come down, not to his natural weight. So he's fighting at a weight he's not naturally at. He hasn't fought there for about 10 or 11 years. And he's 36 now. I'm 48 and I find it hard to lose weight. This is a man.
I know. But I think this is the last fight I was excited for was the Canelo Crawford fight, because that was
a great fight. That was a brilliant fight.
I was like, cracking fight. And
let us know if you want a boxing YouTube channel. That's something I've been toying in the back of my head actually about. Something to sort of under the umbrella of this. Something I've been thinking of, just a little toying idea.
I like the idea of watching it and kind of calling it as we're watching it. You know what I mean? And then scoring it, and then just like, that sort of thing could be fun.
Yeah, you know what? That's in the brain box already working. That's already in there. It's already, something's turning. The cogs are turning now. Boxing is there. I agree, David. Mike Tyson has speed and a heavy punch at some point.
Yeah.
Brenny versus Brennan Johnson. Let's get ready to rumble. There you go, Brenny. There you go. We'll get you into Rocky type shape. Cue the Rocky music. Carl says, Demo, that it'll be points, I reckon. Yeah. Keith Ken Buchanan, and he was a good boxer back in the day. My friend's dad got up to get a beer, and when he sat down, the match was over. What was he on about? Tequila likes.
I've got to say, if you're needing to lose weight, though, you can do worse than downloading the Rocky IV soundtrack, and when you do your run, gets the feet moving.
It does. It really does. Even when you see Rocky Balboa, you're looking at shit. That man can still. I don't think it's him doing it, but I'm sure he's somewhere around the corner with a pull back and a pull knee. Right. Dermo, it's Rocky Brenny, and it's Dermo is Rocky. Brenny is Caberlan. The first fight, not the second one. I got your back.
Pain.
Pain.
Oh God.
Beautiful.
Look, well, thank you for watching the first ever, and the first and probably the last podcast. No, there will be another one. Episode 2 will be next week, guys. But thank you for joining me. Hopefully I will have a bit of backup on the next one. I feel away from home. I put in a dogged performance. I got a point. I think we can call that a point. But Brenny, where can people find you, sir? Thank you so much for joining me.
No, you're welcome. It's always great coming here. Yeah, you can find me on my Brenny K74 channel. Got something lined up tomorrow. It's going to be on it with me as well, and my brother Bobby as well. So I'm looking forward to that. It's just wait till you see who my goalkeeper is, Nick. You're going to be like, what? Surprise.
No,
So that'll be
don't.
7 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow. All will be revealed. And also you can find me on Instagram, on Threads, and you can also find me on X as well. And also, please like, share, subscribe, not only to myself, but also to the Football Takeover. You can find me on the Football Takeover as well. And every time I mention the Football Takeover, I keep thinking of the word takeaway, like I'm going to be ordering something. You know,
I thought you was actually going to say every time I say the Football Takeover, I get a $5 from Bobby. Football Takeover, Football Takeover.
Does that mean Bobby's going to buy us all the takeaway now? Right, I better get the right. You, me, geeks, we better get the orders in for tomorrow then.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
Yeah, me and Mrs. Tron will have a bit of an order here. I think Mr. and Mrs. Geeks will have an order there. They'll be going to Just Eat. Bobby going, what the hell is this double burger and chips for? Brenny there sitting with a little grin in his face like the Joker going. Yeah, if you can get over to Brenny's channel, do. Geeks, where can they find you, bud?
Well, hopefully a little bit more regularly on here with you, Dermot. I'll be absolutely happy when you need a resident Arsenal fan, to abuse and poke and all of that sort of stuff. With Brenny on the Brenny.
You're a general football fan.
Yeah.
You're a very good football fan. So there you go.
Exactly.
On with Brenny supporting him, and then we've got a couple of guides like Arsenal Above All, Football Takeover. Basically, just supporting my fellow football fans, really, with their content. I'm from the Geeks of Muckleby channel, which was my family channel, which I've just let die. It's got 21,000 subs, but I'm not doing anything with it at the moment.
If you can send them over to me, I would appreciate it. I would send a check in the post.
Oh, don't. It gets crazy when it starts to get a little, because it's just like, but anywho. I'm just enjoying doing the football stuff, supporting those who need it, really.
Yeah, we definitely need it. But being at 2, being at 2 point something K, like, it's fine, but I want bigger. I want back.
Oh yeah, I hope you get there, mate.
Yeah. But guys, thank you for watching. Look, it's always a pleasure having these guys on. They always bring the best out of me. Always turns into just laugh and show. We start off with the idea of proper content. It just turns into three lads down the pub.
The idea.
3 lads down the pub getting drunk, and at the end of the night being slung out because we're too loud. So yeah, if you've enjoyed that, watch out, Dermo. You will get YouTubers bitching you are buying. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Something I've never done, never will do. But some have done, but that's down to them.
It messes their algorithm. They shouldn't do it because
it does mess with the algorithm.
Because just because you've got the subscribers, it will push you in a certain way. But when you don't have the interaction, like the comments in the chat or the likes and all of that sort of stuff, that's why it's so important. If you're a fan of the channel, you do need to be active in the chat. Hit the like button for Dermo and your other people that you're supporting, because the activity drives the algorithm as well. So those people that are buying those subs, they fall off a cliff because the rest of the activity doesn't go along with the subs.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yes, Tequila. Exactly, man. Exactly. And do hit the like button if you can, guys. We do want to grow. We want to grow to the biggest Irish channel you can find. We've beaten Portugal. We're the best in the world. Let's make this channel the best in the world. You'll tune in Sunday in the watch, and at the end of the game, me crying because we've lost the Hungary. Dr. Ireland will come and see you on Sunday. Guarantee it. If they get to the playoffs, I think I'll be in the moon. I think I'll be heading to Jupiter and Mars. I'd be on planet Cuckoo Land.
I'll be happy if you do.
I tell you one thing. I'm telling you now, I've got a feeling in my stomach Ireland are going to the World Cup. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just got this feeling in my pit of my stomach. And when we do the draw on the 6th of January, 6th of December, England and Ireland are going to be in the same group.
Oh, that would be a shame. No, that would be a shame. That
would be a shame. And we'll get Holland, and then we'll get Egypt, and it'll be all like 1990 all over again. We've got here, the kid says, after Ireland go out on Sunday, you can get Kenny Backers and win. Don't you start with that. fucking Egypt. Don't. I want Roy Keane as manager. That's my next. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Yeah, if you enjoyed it, hit the like, hit subscribe. We're back next Friday with the build up to the North London derby. We're going to be more serious next Friday. Brenny will be chucking cans of Coke at me on the screen. Brenny will be with his fists up and doing some signs.
No, I won't. No, I won't. They'll be empty. Coke.
I'll be here sad and lonely because Ireland have lost to Hungary, you know. Never mind. On that bombshell, thank you for watching. And as always, come on, you Spurs. In Thomas Frank we trust. North London is white and always will be. It's true. The Arsenal fans cannot even come back. North London is ours. Come on, you Spurs.
Eyes on the prize.